Curry, LeBron James, Jason Tatum. Fuck them all. We're taking every team's best player and deleting them from the roster. So for instance, the Celtics no longer have Jason Tatum. Now Jaylen Brown is their best player. Memphis Grizzlies no longer have Ja Morant. Desmond Bane is their best player. Devin Booker's no longer on the Suns, and Steph Curry's no longer on the Warriors. Which second fiddles in the NBA are going to end up becoming future superstars? That's exactly what we're about to find out. Weirdly, the Lakers are picked to finish first in the power rankings, and they don't have LeBron James on this team, so they're gonna have to rely on Anthony Street Clothes Davis. Okay, so at the All-Star break, Anthony Davis and James Harden are captains. Kristaps Porzingis is an All-Star again. What are we in, bro? 2017? Three-point contest field is pretty interesting, but my money's still gonna be on Klay Thompson. You know that boy's always gonna be good at stroking it from long range. Desmond Bane out here looking like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Paul George of the Clippers would actually end up winning the contest, though. We also have some interesting people in the dunk contest. Shaden Sharp, let's see what you got. Anyways, Obi Toppin would end up winning the damn thing. We simulated the rest of the season. Okay, yep, we are living in 2017. James Harden wins most valuable player of the league, averaging 29.7 rebounds and 10 assists. NBA first team is looking wild with James Harden, Zach LaVine, Jaylen Brown, Julius Randle, and Anthony Davis. NBA second team has De'Aaron Fox, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Chris Middleton, and Bam Adebayo. NBA third team has Anthony Edwards, Kyrie Irving, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, and Nikola Vucevic. So taking a look at the statistical leaders, Zach LaVine would end up leading the league in scoring at 32 a game, with Kyrie Irving behind him at 30.2. Interesting names like Desmond Bane finishing the top 10 at 24 points a game. Rudy Gobert would end up leading the league in rebounds at 13 a game. Leading the league in assists was James Harden. So far, he's clearly been the best player in the sim. The New Orleans Pelicans would finish with the best record in the league. Even though they don't have Zion Williamson anymore, still have CJ McCollum, who averaged 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. And obviously, they still have a great player in Brandon Ingram, almost a 90 overall, with 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. The Hawks would get the 1 seed in the East, which I found interesting because obviously they don't have Trae Young anymore, but they still do have some pieces. It looks like they picked up Rondo in free agency, and DeJounte Murray's averaging 23, 4, and 5 with 2 steals a game, and all-around great player. We went ahead and simulated to the finals, though, where we would have the Pelicans taking on the 76ers. And so far in the playoffs, James Harden is averaging 34.7 rebounds and 13 assists a game. We went ahead and simulated this series game by game. The 76ers found themselves up 3-2. It's really weird not seeing Joel Embiid on the 76ers and not seeing Zion Williamson on the New Orleans Pelicans. So let's go in here briefly and see how this game plays. First possession of the game, it looks like Herbert Jones is going to use the screen by Valanciunas, and he's going to pass it down there, and that's going to be an easy dunk. Valanciunas going up, and he's going to get another bucket starting off hot. CJ McCollum trying to get a layup right here, and the Pelicans are getting anything they want at the basket. But now the best player in the world and the MVP of the league, James Harden, has the ball. He's going to use the screen from PJ Tucker, and he's going to get downhill and shoot an easy floater right there. That was pretty. We went ahead and simulated the rest of the game, and with 5 seconds to go, the Philadelphia 76ers had pulled away up by 20, meaning the franchise had won their first title in a long time, and James Harden would win his first finals MVP. For the series as a whole, he would average 25 points, 8 rebounds, and a staggering 14 assists per game. And going into this next season of The Sim, he was the player that everyone would be having their eyes on. But as we simulated through this season, things were a little different, because in this year, Darius Garland would be the best player in the league, winning MVP, averaging 32 points and 10 assists. Ben Simmons is back to his winning ways as he wins 6th Man of the Year, and without LeBron James, Anthony Davis is back to dominant fashion. Darius Garland and Evan Mobley both made All-NBA first team from the Cavs, and the former league and finals MVP James Harden would be on All-NBA second team, with Tyler Hero also making that list. Without Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland seems to be thriving as he led the league in scoring at 32 points per game. Jaylen Brown without Jason Tatum averaged 31. Anthony Edwards without Karl Anthony Towns averaged 31. And this is awesome to see. This is what I was talking about new players popping up. It looks like Colin Sexton of the Utah Jazz is finally blossoming into an awesome player as he averaged 30 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists this season. The Atlanta Hawks would again finish at the top of the NBA with a record of 64-18. And here's why. They picked up Chris Middleton in free agency, and they have a dominant duo with DeJounte Murray and Chris Middleton. We went ahead and simulated these playoffs once again, though. And in the finals this year, we had the Utah Jazz taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Utah Jazz, as we mentioned before, do have Colin Sexton. In the playoffs, he's doing even better than he did in the regular season, averaging 31 points per game. Obviously, the Cavs have Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, and Draymond Green, apparently. Draymond's the 6th man, averaging 7 points a game. And they also picked up Lance Stevenson. But anyways, we would end up having a game 7, and Darius Garland and Colin Sexton were both looking to become bona fide NBA superstars. Colin Sexton has the ball being guarded by Darius Garland, but he's going to pass it out to his teammate who takes a terrible shot, but it doesn't matter because Jared Vanderbilt is there for the rebound. Darius Garland would then have the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they would find Jared Allen down in the post for a wide open dunk. This game started out fairly even, but with about 14 seconds to go, the Utah Jazz led 105-99. Cleveland needed a quick bucket right here, and that's what they tried to get with a 3-pointer in the corner from Darius Garland, but but he would miss it. The Cavs would send Colin Sexton to the free throw line to potentially ice this game. The Utah Jazz would end up winning the NBA title, Colin Sexton winning his first ever finals MVP. In the final game, he would have a staggering 43 points, and for the whole series, the young bull would average 35 a game. And in the next season, history would begin to repeat itself, because in this season, Darius Garland would win another league MVP, with him and his teammate Evan Mobley once again making All-NBA first team. Tyler Hero once again made All-NBA second team, and he's had a hell of a last 2 seasons, averaging 30 and 29 points per game respectively. But I think the story to watch is this Cleveland Cavalier team with Darius Garland and Evan Mobley being the new Kobe and Shaq. That is until they would be eliminated in the second round of the playoffs. In the NBA Finals this season, we had the Warriors taking on the Heat. The Warriors have Cole Anthony, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, and Jordan Poole, while the Miami Heat are led by Tyler Hero, who is averaging 31 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in the playoffs. However, the Warriors would end up winning the title, with Cole Anthony becoming a star, winning Finals MVP. So let's just be real, none of us fucking expected that. If anything, I thought Jordan Poole would have been the bona fide superstar. But anyways, we got into our last season of the simulation. For Evan Mobley and Darius Garland were the highest rated players in the league, with Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaren Jackson Jr. filling out the following spots. And in this final year, Darius Garland would win his 3rd straight league MVP, in a season where Anthony Edwards would lead the league in scoring, Evan Mobley would lead the league in rebounding, and Garland himself would lead the league in assists. The Memphis Grizzlies finished as the best team in the NBA, behind the powers of 90 overall Desmond Bane and 90 overall Jaren Jackson Jr. But we simulated these entire NBA playoffs, and the Oklahoma City Thunder would end up winning the NBA title. Josh Giddey is able to become what he can truly be without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as he averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists in the NBA Finals. And ladies and gentlemen, Oklahoma City is where our NBA simulation is going to end. If you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. But I just want to say thank you so much for the support on the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm the coming attraction.